Hey guys, how's it going? So today I want to talk to you about my Chiappa 1911-22. First I'll go ahead and run down through all the mods that I've done to it. This started off as just the standard GI model. They have a tactical model, a target model, a couple different models out there, so you can kind of pick out what you want. The first thing I did was go ahead and I replaced the rear sight with an adjustable for windage and elevation rear sight, and you can see the kind of sight picture that you'll get with that. I've got this dialed in there pretty nicely, so it makes for a really nice target pistol actually. I got that sight from a LPA sights, and it seems to be a pretty good sight that'll run you about $45 or $50, so you're going to have to decide if that's what you really want. As far as I know, if you get the GI model, pretty much any GI rear sight should fit the slide. That's what I found out so far. This one fit in there real nice, and it just slid right in there, and then it's held in place by that set screw right there. So that was the first mod that I did to it. The next would have to be the grips here. It does come with a set of wood grips, and they are pretty nice, but I just love this. This looks awesome in my opinion. So I did have to slightly modify the grips here for the safety to snick on and off there. Just had to very slightly relieve it right in there. I don't know if you can see that. The safety is really nice. It's very positive. So that was the only mod that I've had to do to this to the grips to get them to fit. So you should be able to take any 1911 grips and they should go on just fine. I did add a rubber front strap here because the front strap of the gun is smooth. So to give myself a little bit more texture, I went ahead and added that, and it makes it for a really nice package there. I did add a magazine funnel here to aid in reloading, and I just went ahead and beveled the magazine well itself to fit it to the mag funnel itself. I do have the little base pads to extend the mags out, and that's about what it'll look like on yours if you do the same thing. And the mags are drop free, which is pretty nice. The only other thing would have to be I did drill the holes in the trigger just to give it that target trigger look. It doesn't do anything, it's just purely for looks. So the magazines are polymer. It's a stiff polymer though, so I haven't had any issues with them. I have 9 magazines, and they all seem to function really well. So another great thing is that the mags are pretty cheap. They're like $15 to $20 for them. If you go with the GSG 1911, I think those magazines are around $35 if I'm not mistaken. So that's an added cost on the GSG itself right there. I did have a small breakage with this gun though. The fit and finish on this gun it's just not that great. It's a plinker, and it's not really designed to have that fit and finish of other guns. The breakage I had was the barrel bushing here just snapped clean off, broke the 2 wings off. I called Chiappa and told them what had happened, and they were kind enough to send me out another barrel bushing for free, even though this gun was over the 1-year warranty that they have on this pistol. They sent it out to me. I sent back the broken one, and no questions asked. It was just really easy to work with them. So they seem to be a pretty good company. The only other thing, I did have to replace the recoil spring in here around maybe 1,500 rounds. It started to get a little weak, and the slide didn't seem like it was wanting to go forward all the way. So you might want to have a couple of those on hand if you're going to be shooting this gun a lot. So I probably have around between 2,000 and 2,500 rounds, I'd say, through this gun now. And it's been really reliable actually. I fired the Federal bulk packs, the Winchester bulk pack, and even the Remington bulk pack, and they all seem to function really well in this gun. You'll get better reliability if you go with like the CCI Stingers or the CCI Mini Mag, something like that. So, but the bulk pack stuff seems to work just fine in this gun, which is really great. That's kind of the purpose of getting this, is to be able to shoot cheaply. If you're wanting to get some training, it makes a pretty good training gun. the gun will fit 1911 style holsters. This here is a Chiappa, and it fits in there really nicely. So if you're wanting to get some training like that, your 1911 holster will work just fine. What else? I don't think there's much else to say. I mean, it's a good gun. It doesn't have the fit and finish of the other guns. If you like the fit and finish, go for the GSG. It's going to cost more. The mags are going to be more expensive, though. But for me, I just wanted a cheap plinker, and so far it served me really well. The metals, the construction is cheaply made, but it seems to function just fine. So I'm very happy with my purchase so far. Eventually this thing will get a Duracoat job. I'll probably go with an OD top, OD green frame, and keep the black accents. I think that'll look really nicely. So that's kind of like my little review on the Chiappa 1911-22. It's certainly not the nicest gun out there, but for me, I love mine. And you're just going to have to decide if you want the GSG or the Chiappa or some of the other options out there. So for me, I went with this one, and I'm really happy. So thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.